Welcome everyone, I'm Spiro for Newsbud.com with breaking news. Everyone is well aware of George Soros. He is known to be a very powerful billionaire with substantial influence over politicians and the media. But not many people here in the United States are aware of Fethullah Gulen and the Gulen movement, also known as Hizmet or FETÖ. Well, if you've been following Newsbud or Sibel Edmonds, you may already be aware of Gulen. Recently, Sibel Edmonds gave an exclusive interview to the largest news outlet in Turkey. The interview was filmed on Tuesday, November 14th, and was published on Friday, November 17th. Miss Edmonds, who is the founder and editor of Newsbud, went on record discussing several key issues, one of which was the mysterious Reza Zarrab case. Sibel did this the day before the Zarrab case broke big in the media here in the U.S. Sibel Edmonds also went on record exposing the Gulen network. Now, this interview broke the all-time record for the #1 news outlet in Turkey, as millions of people watched Sibel's interview live as it was aired. And we're talking about millions and millions of people. And now the Gulenists have launched a massive attack against Sibel Edmonds and Newsbud online, mainly on Twitter. The Gulenists are trying to discredit Sibel Edmonds and Newsbud by saying that Sibel said Zarrab was tortured by the FBI to give up information about Turkey's President Erdogan. This is simply not true. The Gulenists are also saying Sibel Edmonds is claiming to be an FBI agent. Again, not true. Sibel Edmonds has never claimed to be an FBI agent. Edmonds has never claimed to be currently working for the FBI in any capacity for that matter. Sibel Edmonds' history has been verified and documented for years in several places. And all one has to do is a little bit of research and you will see that Edmonds was a contractor for the FBI as a linguist, translator, and analyst. And her services were terminated when she did her job and blew the whistle exposing criminal activity. Nevertheless, the Turkish media put on screen by Sibel's name FBI agent. This is not Sibel Edmonds misrepresenting herself, as she had nothing to do with editing that video. This is the Turkish media misrepresenting Sibel Edmonds. And now the Gulenists are trying to capitalize on this by making false claims that Sibel Edmonds said she was currently working for the FBI. And they state they are filing complaints with the FBI in an attempt to frame Sibel Edmonds. Now, filing a false report with law enforcement, including the FBI, is a criminal offense under Title 18 U.S. Code Section 101. And federal authorities can prosecute individuals who make these false statements. So the Gulenists making these false reports can get into some serious trouble. Now, the Gulenist attacks have also made several threats against Sibel Edmonds. Now, this is not a game or a joke. This is one of the most powerful and dangerous networks in the world that makes George Soros look like an amateur. So we need everyone who stands for truth, justice, and due process to stand with Sibel Edmonds, stand with Newsbud, and share this information. We need you to support our small independent news organization that is going toe-to-toe with one of the largest criminal operations on the planet, worth more than $50 billion, who has millions of followers around the world. Now, the best way to support us is by subscribing or donating to Newsbud.com and sharing this information. Now, earlier today, Sibel Edmonds and I were live on Twitter via Periscope for about 20 minutes, breaking down the latest attacks against Sibel Edmonds and Newsbud and how the Gulen movement is being protected by various agencies and politicians within the U.S. government. I will leave a link in the description for you to see this video. But we need your support now more than ever, as Newsbud has stepped up our game, leading the charge in exposing the deep state, government corruption, and the bought and paid for media's role in all of this. Now, right now, Newsbud is running a fundraiser on our website so we can continue to keep the doors open here at Newsbud. We are only funded through your subscriptions and donations, nothing else. So please be sure to do your share and support this operation that was founded by FBI whistleblower Sibel Edmonds, who risked everything to bring the truth to the people. And that is Newsbud's mission every single day, but we can't do it without your support. So be sure to donate and subscribe today. And once you join the Newsbud community, your price is locked in and will never increase. And your membership provides you access to all of Newsbud's exclusive content every day. Now let's take a quick look just at the last week alone to see what a Newsbud membership gets you. This week, Sibel Edmonds put out an exclusive video report for Newsbud detailing how the Zarrab case could be used to take down two different presidencies, Donald Trump and Turkey's President Erdogan. Edmonds deconstructs the media's propaganda like no one else can and delivers the hard-hitting facts, naming the top people involved and how the man at the center of the gold for gas case, laundering billions of dollars while allegedly evading U.S. sanctions on Iran, Reza Zarrab, has disappeared from his federal jail cell. Find out why here at Newsbud.com. Now, this is a major developing story with huge implications that you will not find anywhere else, so be sure to sign up today, or you can see the video right now at Vimeo On Demand. In my Newsbud video this week, I had an exclusive interview with the president of California and Hawaii's NAACP, breaking the news that the NAACP is calling on the government to investigate all of the Gulen charter schools across the country. This is a must-see video that is available now for Newsbud community members, or you can watch it now at Newsbud Vimeo on demand. And if you haven't seen my video last week, be sure to check it out as it documents and exposes the Gulen movement's political influence here in the United States as one of the world's most powerful criminal organizations that's headquartered right here in the U.S. Make sure you take the time to watch this video. Very few people are even aware of the Gulen movement's existence, despite the fact that this organization has managed to pocket thousands of U.S. politicians and lawmakers here in the United States. Now, the Gulen network would make the Forbes top 10 list, coming in at number 6 with more money than the top Google executives, the Koch brothers, Michael Bloomberg, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and George Soros. This organization holds influence over thousands of government officials, including state legislatures, governors, mayors, attorney generals, senators, congressmen, and presidents of the United States. This full video is 26 minutes long. It's available now for Newsbud community members, and non-members can watch it right now at Newsbud Vimeo on demand. Now, this week on Newsbud's Geopolitical Report with Kurt Nimmo, Nimmo breaks down how the United States has been collecting biological samples from the Russian population, ultimately ending up in the hands of the U.S. military. The U.S. military is arguing that this material is being used for medical research, while many experts claim that this could be weaponized and used to target specific groups of people in the form of a biological weapon. Nimmo documents the programs and the governments who are and have been working on bioweapons to target certain so-called undesirable peoples and or their perceived enemies. Now, find out about the hundreds of tests that have already taken place here in American cities and other countries as Newsbud documents the bioweapons race currently underway. The full video now is available for Newsbud community members, or you can rent this video at Vimeo on demand. This week's edition of Newsbud's Russian Newspaper Monitor with Professor Philip Kovacevic find out what the Russian media and Vladimir Putin have said in response to the news about the U.S. military collecting biosamples from the Russian people. Kovacevic also reports on other ongoing operations by the West to destabilize Russia, including massive sabotage attacks that just took place in the Crimea, that put the Russian military on high alert as the attacks were targeting pipelines and other natural resources, plus the latest developments in Russian politics and the big money weapons deals exclusively available at newsbud.com for members. Non-members can watch it now at Vimeo on demand. On this week's edition of Newsbud's China Watch with Peter Lee, Lee covers the significance of Trump's trip to Asia. Find out how the pocketed mainstream media is obscuring the facts as usual, as Newsbud's Asia expert Peter Lee cuts through the propaganda and delivers nonpartisan news and analysis exclusively at newsbud.com every week. Now, China is becoming more and more important on the geopolitical stage, and as a Newsbud community member, you will be ahead of the rest with Russia, China, and much more, so be sure to join today. Now, this episode and all of Newsbud's latest can be seen right now at Newsbud for subscribing members. If you're not a member, Vimeo on demand is your ticket. Now, this week, Kurt Nimmo also wrote a hard-hitting article exclusively for Newsbud.com, breaking down the latest news and information about the collaboration between Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the United States and their efforts to go after Iran and Hezbollah after failing to overthrow Assad in Syria. This is a must-read article for everyone, and it's available now for Newsbud community members. Newsbud also offers our own aggregated news, and we call it Sibel's Picks. It's the best source for aggregated news online. Our community members love it. I look at it on a daily basis. Newsbud's founder, Sibel Edmonds, handpicks each story herself, and you get all of this, plus the videos, the articles, the roundtables, the interviews, and much more, exclusively available for Newsbud community members. So be sure to sign up today, and once you sign up, remember your price is locked in. You can also check out our DVDs. Newsbud's available on Amazon as well. We want to deliver the best for our activist community members, but we need your support to do so. Newsbud is a small operation that's only been up and running for less than a year and a half, but with your support, we've been able to establish a top-notch team of professionals and experts that is going toe-to-toe with the propaganda put out there by the mainstream media and exposing corruption and criminal activity on a daily basis. So be sure to sign up today. This is one of the best up-and-coming news sites on the internet. I'm Spiro for Newsbud.com, and stay tuned for next week's lineup.
A whole bunch of important news has broken today.
Assad has used chemical weapons before.
I assume similar activity is going on.
What does the president say when you look at history?
I don't think that's true.
Well, this is just another load of nonsense.
Picture is mixed.
Seems like the script
has come from the above.
Spiro for Newsbud.com. We have breaking news this morning.
The single most important operation of the CIA worldwide.
And I'm talking about the criminals in the United States of America, American citizens.